welcome back to my channel. My name is Honeika. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. And if you're family to this channel, welcome back. Thank you for your continued support. So I think on my last video, I left you at the biopsy, right? So yes, I am in the bathroom. So far, this is the best light that I've found in the house. So yes, I am in the bathroom. Anyways, so I did the biopsy and I had to wait for 2 weeks to get the full result. All right, so the first week I went to the clinic because we have a clinic in Honeika Island, and I went there for some other reason, but I asked her if she could check the system to see if there was anything. So she said, well, yes, they did some tests in Cayman Island, but they send the samples to the US for further testing to confirm what it was. Now, I waited for like another week. So I think I waited like 43 weeks to get the total result. But when I got an email saying that, Miss Honeika, you have an appointment with the oncologist at the hospital on this date. And if I remember clearly, that date was July 27th. So July 27th, I went to see the oncologist. At this point, we were planning our trip to Jamaica. But you know, we're planning. Anyway, we went there, my husband and I, we went and we sat for almost 2 hours inside that office, and he explained the whole shebang. So first it says the lumps are cancerous, but fortunately we catch it early so we can start chemo right away. The chemo is supposed to shrink the tumors, yes, the tumors, and we can do the surgery with less interruption. Surgery, cut the breast off. So from day one, the oncologist said the breast has to go. Anyway, that was like me sitting down, looking in space, wondering what's going on, you know, like from the mammogram, ultrasound, and I was like, what? And it's just like, anyway, so we are there in the office and he explained, and after everything was done, I was like, I should have recorded this conversation so I can go back and listen and to really listen to what he was saying. So he actually went on one of those whiteboards with the marker, and he wrote, he said there are 3 markers that shows you positive for cancer cells. And it's HERS. Trust me, guys, I wasn't even thinking of doing videos and whatever and sharing all these things. So some of those stuff is like away from the brain. So many things have happened, so many things are still happening. So yes, it went. Anyway, he explained, and it was and I had all 3 markers, unfortunately. So, and I asked again, he said yes, it's cancer, breast cancer. There were 2 tumors that were visible that they could see. They tell me the measurement, like 2 centimeters something, and one was, because one was bigger than one, and what they look like. So anywho, he mentioned that I have to start chemo, and what chemo is, what chemo can do, and what it will do. So first he explained that the chemo that I will be getting, I might have diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, weakness, loss of hair, all those stuff. I listened, but in the end, I just sat there and I cried, and I was like, why? And I was like, and I start checking background. No one in my family that I know of, dating way back, my grandmother's mother had cancer. My family, some other people in my family, both male and female, is diabetic, but no cancer. Guys, you can just imagine how it hit me. The day when I got that news, I went back to Little Cayman and I got a pedicure. I just wanted something to take my mind off of that conversation. And we have some ladies that will come from the brat now and again, and they would do pedicure, massages, whatever it is. And that day I sat and I got myself a pedicure, you know, kind of relaxes me. Now, the first chemo was scheduled for August 22nd. And I had planned my trip for, I think, August 26th, 2025. I went for my first chemo treatment and I went back to work the very next day. When I went to work that day, hopefully I can find that video to show you what I looked like during the day. Because after the chemo, I felt like, well, they advise you not to travel the same day back. It's 30 minutes flight back to Little Cayman. So we went back the next day. And I was supposed to go to work the day after. I felt tired just from flying over. And I went back to work because I know that 2 days later I'll be traveling. I went back to work, and guys, it was wicked. My body felt somewhat normal, but tired. But I hope I can find it, because I was talking to a family member on the phone, and I videoed myself what I look like the day at work. So I'm going to continue this from here. Hopefully I remember where I stopped, or I gotta come back and watch this to see where I stopped, right? And then I'll tell you what happens afterwards. All right, guys, so you stay safe, stay blessed, and God bless. Bye.